Obviously, it's hard when you get picked up midstream, and you know, he gets off the plane, you know, late yesterday afternoon, and he's got to find an apartment. So, you know, it's he's got a lot going on, but I think he's done a pretty good job transitioning thus far. Well, first of all, I think Courtney's a very good player, and you know, I think there's a lot of factors in why a decision's made. And, you know, both teams, I think, got very good players. And I think Memphis is – you'll see that with Courtney. And Courtney played a great game last night and played a lot of minutes and continues to be very efficient and very productive. And for us, what Jerryd does differently than Courtney is that he can play the one some, whereas Courtney was definitely a wing and thrived in catch-and-shoot situations. Could create for himself. But Jerryd can certainly do that and play that one position a little bit more if we need him to. Quite good enough, but better. You know, we played well against good teams 3 times in a row. I've been told that that's kind of unique. That usually you play your best 3 on the first 3 and then don't play as well the last 2. But you know, I'm glad I don't know all those prevailing theories that are out there. I'd rather just try to play well when we have the opportunity, and we played better, but you know, it's frustrating not to get over the top on some of those games, especially when you play in really good teams. I don't measure you know, I don't measure our teams where our team is based on just wins and losses. Measure it based on where we are individually in our growth, where we are collectively in our growth, how we can continue to get better, if we can continue to get better, how we show resolve when things don't go our way, how we play when our backs are against the wall. And, you know, no matter if you win or lose, those are good character traits if you handle them well. But it's tested even more when you lose again. So, you know, that's part of it. Like, you know, I know we're going to have a quick turnaround. I know we flew west to east, but we've got bigger fish to fry than that. And, you know, I think that means we need to play as hard and as well as we can every opportunity we get. Yeah, so I mean, I liked playing that many games in that many days. I like traveling to the different places, and I like playing. But obviously, being home is great. But again, my focus is more on just playing well than it is on where we are. But I am looking forward to being back in here and to playing in Boston again.
That would have been very odd, but. That was so long ago I forgot even what it was like. So that would have been different. I'm sure. Hey, look, Paul will always be remembered as a Celtic. I mean, I know he's in Brooklyn right now, and he had a great career. You know, won a championship, but he'll be remembered as a Celtic.
What was it like coming back as a coach?
It's different. I mean, you know, he spent a lot of time here, but you know, I was away a long time too before I started coaching. So you know, it's one of those things where it's just always a special feeling when I come back to Boston. I enjoy it, but like the players were all saying to me, these guys are kids. They're saying, so you played here? I said, no, I didn't play here. I played in the real Garden. I'm not sure what this is called now, TD or John D or John Deere or something Garden. I said, we had an actual Garden. It's called the Garden. Yeah, but I think that, you know, it's tough. I think if Danny had his druthers, he probably would have liked to have Paul retire as a Celtic. But today's economics and all the things that happen, it's just hard. It's just things have changed a great deal. I mean, you know, I think the old days where you go to a franchise and stay there, those are going to be less and less, but they're still happening. I mean, Duncan will finish his career as a Spur. Kobe will finish his career as a Laker. It still happens, but it's going to become way more infrequent than it used to. So Dane did what he had to do. I think he's done a good job. You know, there's going to be a learning curve. It's a big difference. You know, I've been in the pro game now for so long. But I do remember, you know, it's such a different game than a college game. What I really remember is coaching or playing and having some coaches come in from college and just were like, wow, like, you know, where's the practice time? And, you know, all these games and the game's so different and it's managed different and stuff. So it's vastly different. But I think he's doing a good job. I think, you know, I talked to Danny, you know, for a while last summer when he was making his decision. I think it's someone that Danny can really talk to. I think they have a good relationship, and I think there's going to be some growing pains. But I think his team plays hard. You know, and that's the thing. If you get your guys to play hard every night, that's a sign that he's doing something right, that they're buying in. They just, he's got a long contract, and I'm sure at some point in that contract he'll have the type of team that he'll be, that he wants to, and that Daniel put together for him. That'll be a team that can contend.